Hello everyone, this is Darlington Gospel, and in this tutorial I want to teach you or show you how to fix some errors on your decentralized application. So we're going to be using an example of one of the build that we did here on the channel, which is Timeless NFT. So some people have been complaining that they have difficulties being able to mint and see their artwork listed, and some of this is actually coming from students. Maybe they don't really kind of understand how the entire thing works, and some is just a little bit of the both, so also from the application on the other end. So I would like to just make some minor modifications on it so that you can see how you can resolve problems that emanate as a result of inconsistencies in your Dapp applications. So see you in the video. Guys, we have a latest course on the platform, okay, which you can find here. It's called Fullstack Blockchain Development course, okay. So you need to check it out, and it has great features that you can use as you're coming into the blockchain space to solidify your understanding. I've spent quite a lot of time making this particular tutorial what it's giving you a lot of ideas on how to implement a decentralized application and perform payment procedures and all of that. Batch payment and all of that is all captured in this tutorial, so check it out. All right, let's jump into the tutorial. Okay, so this is the project that we're supposed to clone to work on, because many of you have been having issues concerning a bug on the code, and I've already resolved this. You can see I revamped the code 3 days ago, and many of you on the Discord channel had received some solutions from it, while others are still having some issues with it. So I've decided to make a tutorial out of it and show you how I resolve this. Okay, so before now, the commit history on this project is let's look at the commit history. So we'll come to this commits, and this, let's look at the commit history, which should be this particular commit history. So we want to clone from this specific history. All right, and to do that, I need you, because I want to add this, I want to clone this project to this particular location. So it's in this site directory. I'll say git clone, and let's copy the URL that we want to clone. This is the repository that we're cloning. So I'm going to come back here, paste it, and then I will say, so I'll just clone the entire repository. So here we have it. Then it is done cloning. Then I'll say cd into this Timeless NFT and open it on my VS Code. All right, so I'm opening it on VS Code, and this is how it looks like right now. All right, so this is the main branch and everything. So this contains the latest code, but I want only the specific branch to be available. Okay, I want to pull this. I want to actually clone this to a specific branch. Clone this commit history, because this is where you people are having this error. The commit on the October 29th. So I want to move to that specific one. To do that, I'll come here and say git branch, because we're in the main branch right now. And then I'll specify the name of the branch. Let's call it test. And I will specify the commit history that I want to move to. And because I want you to take a look at this, come to this blockchain, see the way this function is. After I create this branch, it's going to look a little bit different. So this branch has been created, and then I will say git check out test. So it has been switched to this branch, and you can see that this is a little bit different. This is the configuration. This is how your work is, that is producing error. We are at this specific test branch. You can see that here. So I'm going to bob this a little bit so that it can be noticed more. So the next thing I want to do yarn install. But before I install anything, I want to check if I have truffle installed. So there is a problem. It's saying that it cannot find a .env. Let's look at this. We have .env, we have truffle config. Okay, so this is an issue right here. So except you're making a deployment, okay, if you're not deploying anything, okay, there is no need for this line of code, all right? But if you're deploying something, that is when this line of code become necessary. So for now, I'm going to just remove this line of code because we're not going to use it for this example, okay? So, but if you want to learn how to deploy, what is it called? You want to learn how to deploy you want to deploy stuff with with truffle, then you check out my videos. I have videos on how to deploy a full stack application with truffle on the channel. Okay, so saying look at it's saying that there is truffle and all of this. So this is not okay. You can see now that we have all this information here. Okay, so you have truffle, you have Ganache, you have Solidity, you have Web3 Node.js and Web3.js. All of those things are there. Okay, so with this set, I want to run yarn install. Okay, this process could take a while because it could be very fast at times as well. So once the installation is complete, then we'll be able to proceed. Okay, so the installation is complete now. So that is great. I'm going to close this terminal. So afterward, the next command you should run is start up the Ganache server. So if I do Ganache -d, okay, see the server has been started with some keys. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is to hook up this Ganache server. I want to hook it up to MetaMask. Okay, so you can see this particular hosts and ports. This is what you should copy. Copy this, come to your browser. Okay, and let's click on add network here. So I'm going to click on add network. Okay. See, I'm going to add a manual network. Okay, add manual network. I'm going to give it Ganache. Okay, Ganache local host. Okay, and then the RPC URL will be http / I paste this. This is the URL where the Ganache server is running. Okay, and then the RPC URL, if you come here and check, the chain ID is 1337. So you want to make sure that you specify that correctly, 1337, and you can give an ETH symbol right there. Okay, so once you do this, you save this network and then you switch to that network. So we are on Ganache localhost. Anyway, all these accounts don't have anything to do with this Ganache, so we need to import new account. To do that, you need to come here, click on import account. Right here, when you're here, you come to Ganache here, copy any one of these private keys. So we're going to copy the first one. All right, come here and paste. Say import. You see it import. 1,000. It imports 1,000 ETH. Okay, because that is their default value. You can see that right here. So let's import 2 more. So I'm going to import this. Import another account, paste this, import that. So we have another one, and let's import the third account. All right, so import this. All right, so we have all that imported, and I need to make sure they are all reset. Their nouns has been reset. So I'm going to look at it. Clear activity and nouns data. So I'm going to clear this place. All right, that is for this. For this last account, this one, I'm also going to clear for it. And lastly, this one account 11. I'm going to clear for it, and then I will come here. Now there is no data here. So I'll come to this place and let's actually deploy the smart contract as it is. I've not made any modification to this code yet. So I'm going to do truffle dash truffle migrate, okay, dash that reset. All right, I'm going to run this code. So it's compiling the contract, compiling it. Okay, compilation has been successful. Well, it's about to ship it to this to the local host network, and you can see that deployment is what complete right there. Okay, so now that our smart contract has been deployed to the local host network, we can then start this up. Say yarn start. All right, so we want to spin it up and let it be on the let it be available on this place. So I'm going to, it's basically refreshing. It has been started, and I already have some of this account connected here. So I'm just going to disconnect from these accounts because we don't need them. So I'm going to come here and disconnect from all of them. Disconnect. These are not on the Ghana server, so I'm going to disconnect all of these. And this. Okay, you see this behavior as well. I'm going to what? Change this behavior. Okay, that behavior is crazy. So I will come here and say, let's go back to that localhost network. Okay. We'll come here and let us connect this wallet. Okay, so make sure you select these accounts, the last 3 accounts below, because those ones, they belong to the Ghana server. So I'm going to click on next. I'm going to what? It's connected now. So I'll make sure that I am in this. I switch to that account number 11, which is this. So I'm in this account. Great. So I'll click on what? Create NFT. And before I do that, I need to really make sure that you are watching the console and you're seeing if there is any error so that you can see that for yourself. So let's select any one of these images. Let's call this lion ape, and the price 2 point something. Make sure that we have a dummy text and click mint now. And now this fails with this error uploading file, and this is obviously coming from the create NFT component on line 56. So I'm going to come to this create NFT component line 56, or if whether or not, but it's basically complaining about this place. Okay, this is where it is complaining about. And why is it complaining about this? Because this environment variable has not been supplied. These environment variables, they need to be supplied for this authentication to be possible. And for you to do that, first thing you want to do is to create an environment variable at the root of this project. So I'm going to right click at the root, create a new environment variable, call it .env. Okay, right there. And I'll copy these names as it is, this one, and also this one, copy them. All right, so I will come to Infuria. All right, I'll come to Infuria dashboard. If you don't have an account with them, sign up with them. And these are various, buckets. Okay, these are buckets. These are IPFS projects. So I'm going to create a new one, say IPFS, and say test. Okay, test bucket. Okay, and click on create. Okay, it has created a new bucket for me. Okay, so this is what the API, the project ID, okay, which is this is the ID representing the project. I'm going to copy this ID. I will come to my code and make sure that I supply it here. And next, I need the secret key. I'll copy this and then I come to my code and supply it here. Save it. Then you need to restart your React server because your React server has not injected these environment variables yet. So you want to start it over again, say yarn start, so that it will have access to it now. So once it is started, it will become available, okay, so it will become available for you to access. So the project has been loaded, as you can see. Now let's try creating a new NFT again. Okay, so you want to make sure that you enter the name of this, this artwork, lion ape, let's say 3 point something, and copy this and paste and click on mint. And let's watch what we report this time. You can see that it passed that phase and it's now in the phase where it wants to deploy this on the network, but we're having an error. This, most of you saw this error. This error is coming as a result of I'm using, let's say this error. I will show you where this error is coming from. I say I want to proceed and click on confirm. And you can see that, upload error, and it's still telling you that maintain failed. Okay, this is what an error that is coming. Why is this error coming? This error is coming as a result of this logic that is inside of the smart contract. So we want to come to this smart contract, come to this place here. Okay, look at this error on line 58. This error is saying that what? If the person that is trying to mint is the owner, it should not allow sales to what? To proceed. All right. And if you watch this, this is what an error that has been logged. This is the transaction that we're trying to what? Work on. And you can see that it's saying what? Sales not allowed. This is where that revert error is coming from, to sales not what? Allowed. So let's try using a different account other than this first one to mint. You can see it failed. Let's try using a different account like this second one. Okay, and let's create this same thing. Let's mint and let's see if it's successful. And you can see that it's not prompting me that error that I initially saw. So I'm going to click on confirm, and you can see that it's been confirmed and this is being listed here on the platform. All right, which is cool. The NFT is listed on the platform, and I'll come here. I'll switch to this primary account or this deployer account and click on view details. Let's purchase this NFT and see. Okay, the owner of the NFT before, let's reject first. Okay, purchase failed, right? So let's reject first and let's see who the owner of this NFT was before. When you click, you see the owner is this account that ends with what? 09F0. So let's purchase it now. Why the image is not showing? Because IPFS sometimes takes time. All right. So I'm going to click on confirm. All right. And the transfer has been what? Executed. Let's check the owner now. You can see that I am the what? Owner. This specific person is now the owner in the platform, and you can see the latest transaction is now what? Appearing here as well. So one of some things that we need to modify here is this. I'm going to show you what you need to modify. First of all, you can remove this line of code so that it will enable anybody to be able to mint NFT, including the owner of the NFT itself. So we're removing that line of code that is preventing it. Secondly, let's come to this blockchain service. We're going to modify some tasks here, that isn't really necessary. So, for example, I want this whole place. I'm going to remove this whole line of code here and just leave out this one. Okay. And secondly, for some places where we find this, this alert, there is a very annoying alert error that is prompting on the screen. I'm going to just I'm going to change it to a much more mild error reporting. So I'm going to say mass edit them as well. I'm going to say report error instead. Report error, and this report error is actually coming from this function down below here. And I'm going to remove this no Ethereum object thing, okay? We don't want that no Ethereum object error also showing up as well. So, and we can also modify this place a little bit. We can say message, all right? Message should be this. Message should be this right here, okay? So, so that it will be a lot more reasonable, okay? So, and okay, with this, what else do we need to modify? And coming here, if there is no account, okay, if there is no account, we want to basically just set this to what? No, this account, want to set it to an empty string. So I'm just modifying this to make it, much more, better. So, with all of this, I think we're good to go. All right, so let's save it. Let's make sure we end this particular service, and let us deploy the smart contract again. So we say truffle migrate -- reset, so that it will not contain this error that we had before, okay? That it will have the newest modifications that we did on the smart contract. So that is one of the things that I'm redeploying the smart contract for, all right? So here we go, and all right, so we're good now. So I'm going to clear this console, and then let us start this service, the front end. So we're starting it up. Okay, so it is started up now, and this is the very beginning. There is nothing inside of this place. So let's create a new NFT now. So let's call this graduate ape, and give it around 3.5, ETH. Paste this and click on mint now. So it is uploaded. It is uploaded to IPFS, and this had been the deployer's account. You can see that I'm no longer having that issue. This is the account 11 that was having issue before, but I'm no longer having issue now because I've removed that line of code. So I'm going to confirm this, and you can see that this NFT is listed here. So let's change account to a different person and try purchasing this. I'm doing all these things so that you will see that this thing is working, and I won't have to receive a lot of requests for me to resolve this error. So I'm clicking on purchase now. Okay, and okay, click on confirm. You can see that has been transferred to this new owner. It's no longer in the hands of the first person. Let's see changes in account balance. So so let's look. You can see that this is the account that actually published the NFT artwork, and you can see that it now have about 3.5 ETH given to it. Okay, so this is This is cool. This is to show you that all of this thing works, and you can see the transactions are also showing up here. So basically, this is how you resolve that those problems that comes as a result of this project. I hope this is a lot better for you. This will help you to resolve this that impending issue. I'm going to actually publish this test branch. I'm going to publish it online so that you can, if you want to make use of this specific branch from this video, it's up to you. You can use that as well. And so when you go to the repository, you click on the branch. At this time, you're going to see a branch called test. Okay, so you can make use of that particular branch. And one more thing to reiterate, make sure you clear your nouns, on this account. Whenever you're starting out, make sure you do reset and clear all activities that are related to it. Okay, so before you proceed, so that you will not be having some weird errors. So, and make sure you have your IPFS information available in your environment variable as exactly the way it has been specified here. And make sure you make all the updates that I did on the blockchain smart contract, and redeploy and make use of it. And that will be it for this specific tutorial. I'll see you in the next one.